We'll
Thank
come
you.
up to Pramila ma'am. Pramila ma'am, we like to know that your views on the saying that how has flipped learning helped children to grow in a better way, especially after pandemic.
Yes, sir. When we are talking about technology, I mean, two of my friends, they have uh, talked about this very promptly and very clearly. Flip learning is really very beneficial, especially after pandemic when we are talking about that now the teachers, they come to know that earlier in the traditional, I mean, teaching, if I talk about what is flip learning. So in flip learning, what we used to do, we share the videos, we share the content, we share the material with the children well in advance. Suppose tomorrow I want to, I mean, start with some topic. So today in the evening or I mean a day before, I'm sharing the videos with the children and they know that based on this video or I mean based on this content, tomorrow one assignment will be given. So they will go through it and not only go through it, they will research, they will find, they will explore because children they are when with the I mean mobile or on the system, they are in a habit of exploring now. Right? So they will explore, they will like this is kind student centered fine they are exploring they are becoming like independent fine so when next day when they are coming to the class giving an assignment so they're working on that assignment and they come to know that my concepts are clear or not. Earlier, a little different thing was there. We used to teach first of all. We used to give them the homework. Now at home, there is nobody to tell them that what are the problems, but they are having the problems, whether the concepts are clear or not. If they are facing some problem, nobody is there to help them. Next day they are coming. A long process is there. But now this process is, I mean, a very small, like short and very satisfied also. The teacher is also very satisfied that my class I mean, the concept which I want to teach them is clear, the outcome is there, the case study or application based assignment is given to them related to the real life, I mean, experience. So, where we are talking about, I mean, in NEP, experiential learning, we are talking about, like competency based teaching, we are talking about. So, these all are the part of this. So, this is what flip learning, and this is something very useful. And one more thing, like it is beneficial for teachers also. Like whatever I mean, I taught today, I can retain it. I can, I mean, preserve it for the future in other classes if I want to teach them. If I mean some upgradation is supposed to be done, I can edit it and I can, I mean, um, like tell them. I mean, once again, teach them in the same way. So this is the pedagogy which is having an approach like which is making student direct I mean steps and I mean student centered fine in other I mean traditional teaching what happened teaching comes first learning comes second but in flip learning learning comes first teaching comes second so this is the one major difference between the two but this is something very beneficial but I mean elaborate this flip learning uh, four pillars we used to have like F for flexible environment. Now, when I'm talking about flexible environment, like the content which I have shared with the children, the videos or my lecture which I have already shared with the children. Now they are having a choice when they can, I mean, listen it, when they can view it in the evening or at night or in the journey. So flexible environment we are giving them. We are giving them a choice to choose then comes the learning culture. So now a topic is given to them, and I mean the child who's next day I'm going to get some assignment. I am supposed to work in a group. So everybody wants to when I'm working in a group, I want to be a leader or I should know maximum. So they will, I mean, explore, they will research on that topic. So a learning culture we are creating. We are creating a learning culture for the child so, and when they are coming and they are, I mean, doing the assignment, so they are having the peer group, I mean, how to, I mean, move on with the peer group, how to, I mean, like discuss the things. They will have a debate also, they will have a discussion also to come to the point to come to the results. Fine. So this is something we are providing them a learning culture over there. Then I'm talking about intentional content. Now we are giving them some content where some survey can be done, where there are scope of some research, where the scope of some exploring other topics also. So we are making them just to broaden their views. I mean, they are not, I mean, limited to a book or to that particular content. We are giving them, if suppose I'm talking about, biology, if I'm talking about like the working of heart. Okay, so when I have shared one 3D model with them. And when next day when I'm teaching in the class, so obviously they can relate it because the visuals are more effective on the mind of the brain of any child. Visuals are more effective. So, in this way, we are providing them, and P stands for the professional educators. Now, here the teacher is not the teacher only, he's a guide, he's a facilitator. So, he's just to guide them. So, when we are talking about now, when CBSE says that the lesson plan must be with outcome. Earlier, what are the objectives we were talking about? But now we are talking about the outcome. So through this flip learning, what I felt that in the class only you will come to know that what is the outcome. Earlier, it was a long process. If you're going to take the assessment or test, and then the result comes, and then you come to know, okay, my child. After every chapter, we are taking a test, and then we come to know that whether this concept is clear to 60% of the children or 70%. But now in the class, when you are giving them a kind of a case study, there you will find out whether the concept is clear. And even if the child is not having some queries, having some problem, then and there you can ask the teacher, and sort it out the queries over there. So flip learning definitely after pandemic, even after pandemic, right now Poonam ma'am was also sharing the same thing, that this is something very good, that still you are continuing with the online classes. I don't have online classes, but I used to give projects online. I used to ask the children and teachers to have some projects online, and they on the Google Meet they are giving their presentations. So it just save their time also, and they know how to use this technology somewhere and wherever they are. If they are at their relatives house or anywhere, they can present their projects from there. So this is something which is very beneficial even after pandemic. This is the best part that we learned. Technology, everybody, i mean it was by like it was compulsory for everybody. But it is very true by said by Poonam ma'am also, that teachers cannot be replaced. Yes, they cannot be replaced. But now teachers are not only teachers; they are the guide. They are showing the path, and children are moving forward, and hands-on practice. They are doing all these things. So experiential learning. I'm talking about, like, let them let them do it themselves. And when I'm talking about lab activities and all, so earlier when practicals were there, like in before pandemic, so children are coming in the lab, and then they come to know the teacher is going to give the demo. Okay, today you are going to do this kind of experiment. But right now, well in advance, you share a video, you share your lecture, doing activity in the lab. All labs are available on Google, so you can share your that lab
Right.
activity. So children are now coming with a confidence that, okay, I know what is to be done. So they are well prepared. Earlier, the
Right.
process was a little difficult and different.
It
Teacher
has